Welcome to another edition of Big Ooh Top 20 Countdown. This week we're counting down the top 20 Janet Jackson songs on her birthday 2 days ago. Plus, we're talking to our guest, Luna Tide. You guys, it's going to be a really great, and plus we have some great extra songs, and we have a comedy corner that is really funny. But you guys, let's get into this countdown. The number 20 song is one of my favorites by Janet. This song is called Because of Love. Let's get into it. Because of Love, number 20 on Big Top 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah, you guys, that was the number 19 song, The Knowledge. What You Really Want? Yeah, that was off her Rhythm Nation album. And we're talking to our guest, Luna Tide. How you doing?
Hi, guys. I'm doing well. Thank you.
Tell my listeners about yourself.
Yes, I'm Luna Tide. I come from Palm Springs, California. I'm 22 years old. I've been doing music for about 4 years now, more on the scene of getting my music out there, writing, and really just growing as an artist.
What made you get into music? Tell me the story.
Yeah, so I've always been into music. So my mom would tell me stories growing up of how I was like a toddler, and every time it was a birthday or something like that, I would be like, can I go sing happy birthday? So even at restaurants, like strangers, can I go sing happy birthday? And she's like, go ahead. I would just sing solo. And of course it was cute when I was a toddler. It'd be weird if I did it now. But but since then, we've always been well-rounded with music. So I've always been introduced to different genres. Third grade, I did start learning piano and taking vocal lessons. And when I learned piano, I started making my own songs on the piano. And when I had got to high school, there I became part of our digital arts technology program. I did radio broadcasting, and when I was editing our audio, I realized I could record music and edit my stuff the same way I'm doing it now in class. So they had switched. I asked, I was like, can I do music instead of radio broadcasting? And they're like, yeah, go for it. So I would do music, record it, and I would showcase that as my project. So that's where it kind of like transitioned into being an artist and doing digital music.
That is so cool. How many albums do you have out?
I don't have any albums out yet. I just have singles. I've been working on lots of stuff, sitting on lots of things. That's my issue, is sitting on stuff. I'm like, I love it. How do I project it to the world? And so I'm a very internal person. So it's just kind of taking that internal me and projecting it to everybody else.
Wow, that is awesome. You guys, we're going to talk more to our guest, Luna Tide, but let's get into the number 18 song, which comes from Janet's album. I think it was the last album. I think it was called Unbreakable. The song is called Damn Baby. Let's get into it. Damn Baby on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was the number 17 song. Let's wait a while. Yeah, I love me some Janet. She's a really inspiration. She's really inspirational. Speaking of inspiration, who was your inspiration?
Oh, it's tons, honestly. So growing up, I was really into R&B. So Toni Braxton, Sade. I was more on my mom's side. We would listen to a lot of, and then my dad was more into alternative music. So he would listen to a lot of Red Hot Chili Peppers. And eventually, when I was in middle school, he got into artists like Lana Del Rey, Florence and the Machine, some more alternative females. And that's where like my music kind of changed. I was like, I love this. This is my favorite. And so I kind of combined that with everything else I was listening to. So it's like more modern but alternative with, I guess, the aspects.
How would you describe your sound? What is your sound? What is your music?
Yeah, so my music, it's modern, so R&B, but alternative in a way. I like the more haunting type of hip hop. Like I want that upbeat, but I also like that depressing stuff.
Oh my God. I'm trying to think of the artist who always comes up with depressing stuff. It's hard to, I'm not going to compare you to that person, but I think that's cool to try to get your own style. You got your name. Is that your given name, or you just
my real name is Trinity. And Luna Tide, The original stories I originally came up with, those two names in correlation, was in middle school too. When I was talking with my best friend, we were talking about kids' names. I was like, if I had twins, I would want something that correlates, something like philosophy and stuff. And so that's where I came up with it. But then in high school, I remembered, so the way my bedroom is, the way my bed was set up, it was right by my window. And there were certain times at night where the moon would like align perfectly with my window. And I remember waking up sometimes in the middle of the night just drenched in moonlight. And so I was like, Luna Tide. And then that's where everything just connected. And that's how I created the artist Luna Tide.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Wow, Luna Tide. That's an interesting story. So you're doing a lot. I'm gonna ask this question when we come back. Let's go back. Let's go back to this countdown. Number 16 song is one of my favorites by her. And this song came from her album Discipline. This is the very famous Feedback. Let's get into it. Feedback by Janet Jackson on Big Step 20 Janet Jackson song. You know I stole that from Soul Train. You're probably too young for that. Yeah, you guys, that was a number 15 song, No Sleep, from her album Unbreakable. Now it's time to get into the extra song of the week. The extra song of the week is by our guest, Luna Tide. This song is called Secrets. Tell me the story behind this song, please.
Oh, secrets. So there's not like a specific story that inspired the song. I kind of was thinking more, because I do like to tell stories with my music. So I like to keep them personal, but some songs I'm like, let me just tell a story. Let me just explore my storytelling. And I watched a lot of Lifetime movies growing up. So I was like, let's do something dramatic. So I remember when I was listening to the beat, New Name is the producer I had met out in Maryland, and he had sent the beat to me. And I remember like the word secrets just came to like my head. It went through like a couple trials, but like for the final, it was just more of a storytelling type of, oh, crazy, cheating, but they both have their own secrets, but his secret has to do with the relationship, but she's doing all she can for the relationship herself, like trying to make more money, and it's not being reciprocated. So and that's what that story is about. It's just kind of like the feeling of a relationship even when it's one-sided.
Let's get into it. This is a great song by Luna Tide, the first extra song of the week. Secrets. Let's get into it on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. You know what? I like that song. I got a chance to hear it. That's why I picked it for the countdown, because I really, really like that song. That's not your latest single. We're going to play a little bit later, but this is one of your first singles. Am I correct?
Yes.
Wow. So you're doing everything. You're writing everything yourself?
Yes, all writing. I love it.
Wow. How did you get started writing your music?
That was when I started learning piano. I would do the chords and I would just sing along, and I always like felt more drawn to writing than doing covers. So I was always just singing, and then I would write in my little notebook.
Oh, wow. So you have shows, right? You do a lot of shows, don't you?
Yeah, every once in a while. Like when they come up and I have the opportunity and everything aligns, I do.
Wow. Do you have any shows coming up right now, or?
Yes, I do. I have one on April 15th in Banning. I don't have the location off the top of my head, but it's closer to where I'm from. I know majority of the shows are out in LA, and that's a
journey. Yeah. Wow.
It's a journey.
Wow. Yeah, it is a journey. It is a journey, because I'm gonna tell you, I met her a show that DJ Bree did a show. I think it was back in March, February,
I believe. Yeah, February.
Yeah. And I was like, man, I was impressed. I said, I got a podcast. I want you on my podcast. I saw her perform. I was like, oh my God, she can sing. I want you on my podcast. That is awesome. I mean, that's awesome that you're a singer like that, and you radiate such positivity. I mean, that is really, really cool. Not many artists, so many artists are like they're so. I mentioned this on the last podcast. So many artists are so like the small artists act so big, but you don't. You don't act like that. Have you ever experienced that?
I have. There's like yeah, I have. I've met a lot of artists. A lot of them are very down to earth. So those have been close friends and people I've worked with. But there's some that yeah, you're just like, let me just keep my distance. It's okay. You do you, but your energy's not for me.
Yeah. Speaking of artists, you said you're just coming out with singles right now. Would you ever make an album?
Yeah, so currently I'm planning one.
Uh-huh.
That's called The Luniverse. So that's gonna be the title for it.
Oh wow, I like that. I like that.
I was so hyped when I thought of it. I was like, there it is. Oh, it took me. I've been thinking about EP names for a couple of years. I was like, The Luniverse. It finally hit me. I was like, there it is.
When should we expect that?
Yeah, so I'm trying to get it out by the end of summer.
Okay.
So I have the songs lined up, just need to get in the studio and get everything sorted out and then get the music video set up. But I'm excited for it. I'm excited to actually release something that, that's really true to me.
You know what? Whenever it comes out, you can always come back and we'll walk over the whole album.
Yes, that would be lovely. We should definitely
Yeah, that'd be so freaking awesome. Like, yeah, the Luniverse. I like that. Wow. So you know what? You're an independent artist. What made you decide to just come out as an independent artist?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Mhm.
so I've I've been on the whims with music because I think my biggest struggle in life, I really do try to focus on a lot of things too much at once. And not
Mhm.
only that, but also people pleasing. So I feel like a
Mhm.
lot of other people's opinions are in my choices as well. So being at a point in life where I'm really trying to find myself and be confident in myself is where I'm like, okay, I need to do this by myself at this moment in time. I'm trying to figure things out. If I have too many other people just having hands in everything, then I'm not going to stick true to myself. And then it will no longer be art. It will no longer be fun. So
Hmm.
I really want to take the time to enjoy it while I'm creating myself.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You guys want to talk more to our guest, Luna Tide, but let's get back in this countdown. The number 14 song is from from Janet's album, All For You. This song was called Come On Get Up. Let's get into it. Come On Get Up by Janet Jackson on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did it 3 in a row for you. We did Come On Get Up at number 14. Number 13 was one of her biggest hits, Together Again. That was from her album, The Velvet Rope. And number 12 was Feel So Right. It wasn't released as a single from All For You, but it's still one of my favorites. Yeah, you guys, now it's time to get into the comedy corner. The comedy corner comes from the awesome, very funny comedian Kev on Stage. Let's get into it. Kev on Stage, he's a friend of ours, so let's get into his comedy on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Kev on Stage. Yeah, you guys, that was Kev on Stage. We're talking to our guest, Luna Tide. Luna, is there an artist that you would really want to work with?
Ooh, ooh, yes. Let's see. Let's see. There's lots on my brain. Gotta pinpoint it right now. Artists I really, really love to work with. It's a lot. Well, Lana Del Rey was definitely one I would always. I've
Yeah.
always been a big fan. Um, let's see. Now my brain's coming to a blank now that the question's asked.
It's all right. It's all right.
There's lots. Oh, a lot of artists it'd be awesome to work with.
What is your where do you I asked everyone guess this. Where do you see your career going in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, with all confidence
Yeah.
and a little bit of ego.
All right now.
I definitely, I do feel like I could be where I want to be. So that would be doing sold out shows, having
Okay.
a large fan base to where we're all connected and we all can relate through music and just through like the philosophy of life, honestly. But I could be a big artist. I feel like that in 5 years.
You feel like you can do it? Yeah,
I
I think you can do it. I think I got a feeling you can do it. You seem like you can really throw down. You major artist. Wow. How would you think that would change? Like, you going from a major stage, will that change, or will you just try to? What do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel like yeah, there'll be some point of changing. I even like look back now to where I was. So
Mhm.
like even high school, I was performing music and stuff, and I fell so much farther, even if it's not like on a front to where everybody could see it. And
Mhm.
so if that was like 4 years, it's 4 years ago. So I'm like, okay, 5 more years. I feel
Yeah.
like the stages could get bigger, and definitely I have to get bigger myself in a way. Like I have to, that confidence has to grow with me. So a lot's gonna change.
I know. But you guys, let's get back into this countdown. Uh, the number 11 song comes from one of the biggest ones from her. This song is Black Cat from her album Rhythm Nation 1814. Let's get into it. Black Cat by Janet Jackson on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did the number 10 song was Rhythm Nation by Janet Jackson. And now it's time to get into the second next song, which also comes from Lunatide. This one is a big one right here. I like this song. Ain't Easy. I need to hear this. I want to hear the story behind this, please.
Ain't easy. Well, ain't easy. Well, I've always been a hopeless romantic. Everyone talks about dream jobs, but like my dream was to be in love. I was like, I want to be in love. I want to be like the movies, everything you see it, you know. And I did end up getting that before anything else, which I'm blessed for. Um, but the song is about the reality of what love is, you know. Like it's not like the movies. Times will be. There's times that those times will be lovely too, but it's about that hardship. And in the end, at the end of the day, it's really not easy to love, and it's work, and it's something you have to want to do. So if you're with somebody who wants to do that with you, that's the biggest blessing. So even through all the struggles, that's where that song came from. So it's yeah, it's based off my relationship. Like, oh, it's not easy to live at all. Like with the dreams. Yeah, it's just not there. But yeah. Sorry.
Mhm.
I lost
Go
my train of
ahead, go
thought,
ahead.
but
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. You guys, let's get into the second extra song of the week. Lunatide with Ain't Easy on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. That's another song. That's another jam right there. I like it. I like it. Who produces your music?
yeah, so this was oh, this is the story. So when I had first got into my relationship, my
Mhm.
boyfriend lived out in Maryland, and I had made connections with people out in Maryland. So that'd be my producer Damo, and then Tony Krabs is my engineer. So when I went out there, that's where like music really started happening. So that's how I made connections. We did actual studio times. Before that, I never really was at the studio. And
Hmm.
that's where I had beats from people I met in person. And so I was just creating out there. So it was nice. It was lovely to have a team. Everyone's back in Maryland
Oh
besides my
wow.
boyfriend, but that's where I made all the songs. So those songs were like a couple years ago when I was out there.
Oh wow. And you're just not putting them out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow, that is cool. But sometimes it does take time.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to release new stuff too because I feel like my voice has really grown compared to where it was. So I'm more of deeper tones and more yeah, I feel like it's more trained, more.
More trained. Wow. So do you train your voice daily or do you have a vocal teacher or
So now I have a vocal teacher. Before it was kind of like just singing and kind of going with the wind, but now it's like really focusing on like my technique. And I do go to my vocal lessons. It's only once a week, but that's what it's better than nothing. And so I have
Mhm.
my teacher. Oh, she's lovely, Jen.
Shout her out, shout her out.
Yes, Jen is my vocal teacher. She has been with me on this journey for the last year and a half. And she has really helped me a lot with like confidence, projection, and just finding my sound.
You know what? I'm gonna put you on the spot. I'm gonna put you on the spot. Just sing something a cappella for a second.
Oh,
Just
goodness. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. I'm gonna do Jolene. That's what we've been working on in vocal lessons. Let me get my embouchure and posture correct.
Okay.
Let's see, darling. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair and ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile's like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. I'll do like a little.
All right now. I was feeling that. I was feeling that. Jolene. Dolly Parton. All right now. That was awesome. All right. A plus. A plus. That's cool. That's cool. You know, we're gonna talk more to our guest, Luna, but let's get back in this countdown. The number 9 song comes from Janet Jackson. This is one of my favorites. This song is the title track to her breakthrough album, Control. Let's get into it. Number 9, Control on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did a 3 in a row for you. We did Control. That was number 9. Number 8 was a title track, All For You. And number 7 was Nasty, which is also from Control. People are asking me, why am I doing a Janet Jackson countdown? First of all, because I love her. That's the one and only, that's the reason. And I just want to celebrate her, and I want everybody to celebrate with me. Even though her birthday was a couple of days ago, she was born May 16th, 1966. And I'm just celebrating her on May 18th of this year because I love her. Anyways, it's Janet Jackson week, okay? But you guys, we're talking to our guest, huh? We're talking to our guest, Luna Tide. Now it's time to get into the independent song of the week, which also comes from her. Fast Cars. I want to hear, what's this about?
Okay, Fast Cars. Fast Cars I wrote for my boyfriend. Mm-hmm. His alias name is Tim Light. His dream is to be a race car driver. So he loves cars. Oh my gosh, if I had $1 for all I learned about cars, I think I could buy him all the cars he wanted.
Oh, wow.
So cars are his thing. So he likes to drive fast. He likes to drive fast cars. He likes his cars fast. So that's what that song is about. And it's for all the other guys who like driving fast cars. I mean, who doesn't like to drive a fast car?
Yeah, but you guys, let's get into it. Fast Cars by Luna Tide on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. I like that song. I've got a chance to hear that song. I like that song, man. You got me anticipating the album. I want to hear more. I want to hear more from you. I want to hear a lot more. Come on now. Come on. You got to get my money, man. You got to get my money. I tell every artist, everyone like, you got to get my money, man. I want to spend at least $1 on that. At least $10. I don't know how much do albums cost nowadays? I don't know.
No, I haven't done one yet, so I have to stay in budget.
So how is it that I was going to save this for later, but no, I think I'll ask that question later. But I'm gonna keep it professional. What's another thing that you want to do that you haven't done before, as far as your career is going?
Ooh, Let's see. I haven't done a lot, so I well, releasing an album. That's definitely one. That's definitely one thing. I've always wanted to do an album release party, like a whole shindig. I've always wanted to throw an event, one where I actually host it and I invite other artists to perform. That's on my list of things to do. And then Coachella. Coachella's the other thing. That's the one.
Coachella, yeah.
Like I grew up around Coachella, so I'm like, one day I'll perform there. My stuff's a little slow, but it's okay. I think it's going
to happen soon. It's going to happen very soon. I think so too. I see that in your future. We already talked about your this and that. You know, when we come back, we're going to get into your business. Okay. We're going to get into your business. But let's get back into this countdown. The number 6 song is one of my other favorites by Janet. This song also came from Rhythm Nation. This song is called Escapade. Let's get into it. The number 6 song, Escapade, on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, number 5 was What Have You Done For Me Lately? That was the first single that was released from her breakthrough album called Control. That's a good question. What have you done for me lately? Yeah, I need to play that for somebody. One of my special friends. What have you done for me lately? What you think? It's time to do the old school gem of the week. The old school gem of the week comes also features Janet Jackson. This is by Herb Alpert. This song is called Diamonds. Let's get into it. Diamonds, Herb Alpert featuring Janet Jackson on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was the awesome Herb Alpert. I put Albert, but it's Alpert. Diamonds featuring Janet Jackson. And it's time to get into your business. How is it having a long distance relationship?
Well, it was hard at first. Luckily now he's back out here. Yeah. If we want to get to the nitty-gritty of everything. Okay. Yeah, I was on the okay. So we had originally met online, and it's not as romantic as I wanted it to be. I wanted like some cute story, ran into, like the whole in person. But when I think we've known each other for 4 years prior, when we were meeting online, when I moved out to Maryland was the first time we met in person. So okay. But ever since that day, we met in person, we've lived together, which is crazy. I know it's been 3 years now. So the timeline started back in 2019. That's when we talked again, and stuff was going on at home. COVID happened. I had just got hired at the Ritz-Carlton, but since COVID happened, then I was laid off, but I got blessed because it was COVID.
Oh, okay.
It worked out. But so I did end up with unemployment, and then my schooling went online. So I was like, now's the perfect time to like kind of venture somewhere safely. Of course, I wasn't going to travel, but the opportunity did arise to go move out to Maryland. And that's what I did. So I got up, I moved out there, and yeah, we've lived together ever since. That was like May 5th, 2019, and we moved back out here to California. Now I'm back home. And
wow, that is so cool. You know what? You have 1 minute to say something inspirational. I just want you to say something inspirational to somebody. Just be inspirational.
Okay, 1 minute to be inspirational. Life is a big contradiction. Everybody is everywhere. You're going to be told so many different things. You should do this, you should do that. But at the end of the day, you're the only one with the choice. When it's your life, you're the only one that could do anything about it, do anything that you would like. Don't let other people discourage you. Don't let other people influence you. Take bits and pieces as you go, but don't let anybody else run your life. That's all you. I mean, yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I know I'm struggling with, but really just take that reign and keep going. Days are gonna be hard, the rain is gonna come, but the rain's gonna go.
That's right. But you guys, let's get back in this countdown. The number 4 song is actually one of my favorites. Love Will Never Do Without You. That was from the Rhythm Nation album. Let's get into it. Love Will Never Do Without You by Janet Jackson on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did a 3 in a row for you. We did Love Will Never Do Without You, number 4. Number 3 was All Right, one of my favorites, and it features Heavy D. And number 2 was Burn It Up. That features an awesome Missy Elliott, legendary Missy Elliott. That was from her last album. I think it was Unbreakable. But you guys, it's time to get into the number 1 song. The number 1 song is, can you guess what it is, Luna?
Ooh, can I?
Number one Janet song?
Number 1 Janet song. Let's see. No, I can't get it.
All right.
My
make it.
brain is
I'll
so
make,
not. You got it. You got it.
it's called "That's the Way Love Goes."
Okay.
Ooh,
No, that makes
that's
sense.
the way love goes. I think that apparently she ain't a Janet fan, but who cares? I'm gonna play it. The
I
number
know.
one
I
song.
know. You're about to make me go listen to Janet Jackson, so this doesn't ever
Okay.
happen again.
So let's get into it. The number one song on this countdown, "That's the Way Love Goes" on Big Old Top 20 Countdown, Janet Jackson Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was the number one song. That's the way love goes. Groove with me for a second. Woo!
That's the
That's
way.
the way love goes. Yeah. Luna, how can people get in touch with you?
Yes. Well, Instagram is what I'm on mostly. So my Instagram is lunatide.official. Tide
Okay.
with the Y. And from there I do have links to my link tree. So you could get into YouTube as well as if you do want to send any information or anything like that, you DM me for an email. I think I haven't done too much with my email yet, so but that's trinitywalker1809@gmail.com.
All right now. All right. Throw that government name out there. All right now.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you to our guest, Luna Tide. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging with us and telling us about yourself. And I can't wait for your album to come out so I can we can reward premiere it. Um and I want to say thank you to all the listeners who've listened to this show. This is the seventh season. This is our 269th show. We did it, you guys. We're doing really, really good. I want to say thank you to the stations that carry us. Thank you. The station carries the Block FM, Vibe Hits Radio, and we recently reunited with the station that we started with which was Kill Radio. I thank you for that. And if you all want to reach me, you can reach me at www.linktree.com/OLUSHEYI. And the thought for the week is never give up. No matter what's going on in your life, there may be rain, but the sun will come out real soon. And the gospel song, you guys know we always end this with a gospel song. But you know what? I can't end this album without this thing without playing at least one of my songs. This song is by me, and this is the latest single called J-O-Y. I thank you guys for supporting this song. I got the J-O-Y. You were there when we were playing with doing it.
Yes. Oh my gosh, great performance.
Thank you. And this is the song that we're gonna play. May God bless you. May God keep you until we meet again. And that's it.